Dear participants of the first workshop of the European Private Land Conservation Network. Unfortunately, I can't be present there on your meeting because of the other engagement in the parliamentary work. But I'm very happy that I can pass you the message via this short video presentation. I'm honored to be involved in the ELC and as a member of the Advisory Council to the LIFE project that will carry the development of the network forward in the next years. I very much welcome the initiative to develop a Europe-wide network of organizations that deal with the conservation of a private land. The conservation of a private land, besides the public-owned nature conservation area, is essential and essential part to protect our ecosystem services, our ecological pathways, and to protect our biodiversity. As you know, we can all be proud of the fact that the EU hosts the biggest network of protected areas worldwide. Today, the Natura 2000 network consists of more than 27,000 sites and encompasses 790,000 square kilometers of land. This is an area about the size of Finland and Sweden combined, and 440,000 square kilometers of marine waters. This is about the size of the Baltic Sea, so quite substantial amounts. Now that the designation process of this huge network of protected areas is almost complete, we need to focus our attention on the proper management of all designated sites. And when we think about the best management solutions for protected areas, we need to take into account the large parts of the Natura 2000 that are in private ownership. Moreover, many of the habitats and species protected by the Natura directives have their population strongholds in the EU precisely because they have thrived under the traditional low-impact land uses that can still be found in many regions in Europe. And this is something that we should support and something that we should ensure is going to continue in the future as well. I'm convinced that we can only successfully protect our natural heritage if we enable private landowners and land users to continue their small-scale traditional beneficial land uses in a profitable and sustainable way. Private land will only be well protected in the future if we create the right legal and political tools to enable private landowners and land users to continue to work with their land as they have been doing in the history. We need regulatory policies to prevent incompatible land uses from harming the environment, but we cannot ensure the continuation of beneficial land use practices or the introduction of a new innovative sustainable land uses through only control, command and regulatory approaches. While regulatory environmental law in EU has been largely harmonized, this is not true for those bodies of law that govern how land in private ownership can be conserved voluntarily. This is why our workshop on legal tools for private land conservation comes just in the right time. I hope that over the next 2 days you will be able to share promising examples of how to create the right legal conditions for private land conservation in the EU and beyond. It is quite clear that we need some regulatory tools in this part, and we need that kind of a flexible, harmonized methodology that will support the conservation of Natura areas. And I also hope that you will be able to identify common legal and political hurdles for private land conservation in Europe. These are of interest to me and my colleague as EU legislators. I am looking forward from learning about the outcomes of this workshop and hope to be able to join the upcoming events of ELC. And I hope you the most successful and innovative and effective workshop on the upcoming days.